In the early 1980s, York County, South Carolina, was shaken by a brutal double homicide that would eventually lead to one of the state's most notable executions of the decade. The case centered on Doyle Cecil Lucas, a man born in 1955 whose crimes brought tragedy to one family and set the stage for a highly publicized capital punishment proceeding in the mid-1990s. The crime took place in 1983, only 2 days after Lucas had been released on parole. During a burglary at the Rock Hill home of Bill and Evelyn Rayfield, ages 65 and 64, Lucas shot and killed both victims. He then fled the scene, carrying a blood-soaked pillowcase filled with money and costume jewelry. To aid his escape, Lucas also stole the Rayfield's car. When police arrested him shortly thereafter, he was wearing a blood-stained shirt and Mr. Rayfield's watch, leaving little doubt of his guilt. Lucas was convicted of robbery and double murder, crimes that horrified the Rock Hill community and devastated the Rayfield's surviving family. For more than a decade, he remained on South Carolina's death row. Like many condemned inmates, Lucas initially pursued appeals, but later became one of several prisoners in the 1990s who voluntarily relinquished them in order to hasten execution. His attorneys, including prominent death penalty defender David Bruck, opposed his decision, but Lucas was insistent. He repeatedly expressed that he was tired of prison life, ashamed of his actions, and filled with remorse for what he had done to the Rayfield family. On November 15, 1996, at the Broad River Correctional Institution in Columbia, South Carolina, Lucas was executed by lethal injection at the age of 41. State Corrections Department spokesman John Barkley confirmed that he was pronounced dead at 1:28 a.m. His execution was part of a record wave of capital punishment in the state that year, with Lucas being one of several inmates who expedited their own deaths. In his final statement, read aloud by his attorney Dottie Fort, Lucas apologized to both the victim's family and his own mother. He also thanked his lawyers for their support. At the same time, he used his last words to criticize the death penalty itself, stating that the state had brought itself down to a level of the people who have themselves killed. To Lucas, the execution was morally no different from the murders he had committed, a view that sparked public debate. The victim's son, Mickey Rayfield, was present to witness the execution. For him, watching Lucas die provided some sort of emotional closure. He had been one of the family members who discovered his parents' bodies in 1983, and the memory haunted him for years. After the execution, he told reporters that justice had finally been served.